All right, next comedian I'm going to be bringing to you, she's traveling from New York. So let's show some Louisville love and get your hairs together for Lindsay Bowie.
Hi, Louisville. Keep it going for Mel. Keep it going for Grant in the sound booth. Thank you, Grant. He goes, what should I play? And I was like, just play something gay. So that was gay, I guess, right? I am a lesbo. That's how I identify that, It's like, call me a lesbian when I'm in my formal wear, It's also, I love being a gay comic and following guys like that, because I'm just like, see? You get it? Do you just see? What? Why? That's why. Why are you asking me why? It's pretty obvious to me why, but I'm from New York, but I'm from here. I grew up here. Yes, give it up for that. I started doing comedy here in a dumpster behind Mid-City Mall, so it's nice to not be there. This is great. Thanks for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. I mean, this is so fun. I'm staying with my parents while I'm in town, which has been fine. I'm saying because they're here, and it's been fine. But it's reminding me of COVID, because I lived with them during COVID for 4 months when I fled the city. And it kind of, COVID living with them felt like the rich kid gap year that I missed out on. But instead of backpacking through Europe, I was unpacking childhood trauma. I just kept pouring too much wine in my glass and saying whoops to no one. That's what I did the whole time. Am I an alcoholic? TBD. I collect shot glasses, which is a red flag. No one should be stocking up on a $3 product. You don't see other addicts doing that. You don't see heroin addicts buying a bunch of needles. Like, oh, I got this one in the Dominican Republic. Has a fun coconut on it, It's fucked up. There is going to be COVID the musical. You know what I mean? In 40 years, we'll all be triggered, but we'll be like, well, my grandson's good at singing in a hazmat suit, so I'm going to go. I think musicals ruin catastrophic historical events by making them too fun. I, growing up, loved the musical Annie. I was also wild about the Great Depression. I was like, what a fun time to be alive, So much music. I used to pretend to be an orphan when I was a kid. There was an alley behind my house. I would go back there with a wagon filled with my stuff and act sad. Well, that's what orphans did. This is the bourbon pour in Louisville, so happy to, yeah. They don't do this in New York. You guys like me, that's good. A lot of people don't. Especially there. I text and walk a lot. I'm in the streets texting, and people run into me constantly, and they get so mad at me. They're like, watch where you're going. I'm like, I'm doing something, okay? You also ran into me. You're not on your phone. What were you doing? Looking at a cloud? It's more embarrassing for you. A guy ran into me once. He goes, the road is ahead. Robert Frosted me. While I was on my phone. That time I was text fighting with my ex while riding a bike through Central Park, so should have chosen a different path. We fought a lot after we broke up. I do get dumped a lot. I get dumped about quarterly. I I get dumped the third time of the year, and I'm like, is it fall? It's wild. No, I'm in a relationship now. I have to say that for she's famous, so I have to say that for the. Are there any gay people here? Okay. The only ones laughing. Okay, got it. You guys are on my side. You got it. Glad you're here. Yeah, I have to say that now. I have an NDA or whatever, but. I do get dumped a lot. But this breakup, like she dumped me, but she kept trying to be like the good person in the breakup, but she's mean, so she didn't know how. Like one time she texted me, she was like, "I know this is really hard for you. It's also really hard for me. I've never broken up with anyone before." So I wrote back, "Congratulations." I meant it sarcastically, like I just said it. My phone sent confetti. Okay. I didn't know I was going to do that. I've never congratulated anyone before, so that was my karma. So then after that, I was back in New York. I was like, I'm out on the prowling around. I joined a lesbian book club. Which I would not know. And everyone in the book club hooked up, and then the book club broke up pretty immediately. I was like, I never got to read Where the Crawdad Sings. That's why I was here. And then I was bragging. I have only straight friends, so I was bragging to them when I was calling it my slut season, and I was like, I am hooking up with all these girls. I was like, I can do that. I was like, lesbians can't get STDs. Which is not true, but straight people don't know that. So I'm bragging about this. And then the next day, one of the girls that I was hooking up with was like, my cat has worms. And I was like, I'm so sorry to hear that. And she was like, I also have to get tested for worms. And I was like, I didn't know you guys were that close. And she was like, you probably don't have to get tested for worms. And I was like, of course this is the lesbian STD that I would get. Cat worms. I don't have them. I should say that. I also did not get tested. Like, how would I go about... You look like a doctor, actually, man with the tie. Are you? No, all right. I'll let Catherine do the crowd work. I don't have enough time. But, yeah, I don't have a vet, so I didn't know how to get tested. But So, slut season ended because I was hooking up with a girl, and she put a pillow over my face, and I didn't really know her. And this was in Brooklyn, obviously. And I... freaked out, and she goes, no. She was like, don't be scared. She was like, sometimes it's better to subdue one sense because it heightens your other senses. She was like, don't make me feel weird about my sex things. I was like, don't PC murder to me. Okay? Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't want to be killed. So, yeah, we dated for like 2 months after that, but I'm like an adult orphan now. I'm just like looking for my wife and family. I'm swiping on Hinge, like, betcha she reads. Maybe she sews. Maybe we'll share a closet of clothes. All right, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much. This was so fun. Keep it going for Mel.